Hey everyone, welcome back to the place where we're testing every single mask on Amazon. And today we are testing the Weldots Fender mask. That is a very weird name and a very interesting box. So let's open up this box and see if it protects you. This is like what you should sell RAM in. Do you guys remember RAM? Really dating myself then. Came in a box just like this, impossible to get into. Well, actually, I was being a little dramatic there. That was kind of easy. Whoa, crazy. Maybe it's called the Fender mask because this is like, never mind, that was a bad joke. Pretty interesting. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this is, they're going full fish design is what they call this, like the, is this KF94? I don't know if this is actually a KF94. Let her rip. This is a PFE machine, Particulate Filtration Efficiency machine. Today we are doing the N95 test on these KF94s. KF94 is a Korean format. It's a great format, by the way. I don't actually think this is a real... Oh, it's not! It is not. I just get so much excitement and joy when I find a thing that someone is wrong on the internet. All right, KF94 is a Korean standard. It's a Korean standard, and I know two things about this Korean standard. Number one, it needs to pass a test very similar to this at 0.4 microns, so it's a little bit different, at 94%. That's what the 94 in KF94 stands for. The second thing that you need, is that it has to be made in Korea. Otherwise, it's not a KF94. Why? Because the Korean FDA is very particular about holding all of their manufacturers to their very high standards, which is why their masks are always pretty good. This one is made in India, which is crazy. I mean, obviously, India is like a huge manufacturing giant. They make half the world's stuff, but it is interesting to see the first KF94 not made in Korea, but made in India. I will say, this does look really nice, but it is not a KF94. They are lying. It does look really nice. It's got this weird kind of situation, though. I mean, it seems to be a well put together mask, to be honest. Why, anytime that I say something nice about a mask, it just instantly breaks. I'll try putting this guy on here. Oh, wow, that was not beautiful. That was not. So, yeah, the KF94s, by the way, always have ear loops, too. So, that's part of it. Wow, this is like the first time I've ever put on. Like, here, can we cut to a time lapse of this, please?
3 hours later.
Finally got this mask on, eventually. Great seal. Great fit. Really, really good. Smells like the back of a clothing store. Yeah. The back of like a well-used Foot Locker. Yeah, it's not like, it's not like the smell of shoes that have been worn, but it's like the smell of shoes, if you know what I mean. And it must be like this material, something. It's very, very, very thick. Okay. Interesting Weldots. So they're lying about being a KF94, not a KF94. It's not, the strongest mask. Oh, I thought it was going to break. Maybe it is the strongest mask. It's not the strongest mask. Yeah, that was the effect I was going for. It's using a headband instead of an ear loop, which, as you saw, is a lot harder to put on, right? And also is just like, it's not as easy, for day-to-day use. If you're on an airplane, you want to take a sip of coffee or something like that. It's for a consumer mask that's a little bit harder. But does that matter if it doesn't protect you or not, right? Like if they're breaking all these rules and they're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing, but it still has a good score, like, does it matter? Well, let's see. This is what this whole machine is for. That's what it's here, to unlock the truth of the universe. 99.822. I think that's a record today. Is that a record today? I think that's the best mask we've had today. Not, not on this machine. Let's be clear here. We've had 100% here. What was the breathability, though? 213.92. That's pascals. I generally like to see things below 150. When I put it on, it felt a little suffocating. That said, that's within the N95 standard, well within the N95 standard. It'd be a little hard to breathe, but the smell was a little bit too much for me. I don't know that I would choose to wear this mask because I've tested so many masks. There are just better masks out here. But on average, if you purchase this mask already, I mean, it's a pretty good mask. Packaging is really nice. It's rigid. You can put that in a suitcase or something. It's not going to mess up the mask. It's not a bad mask. Not a KF94 though, just being a nerd. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention, and I will see you on that next test. I will, right? Because I kind of need you to. What do you think? See you. Bye-bye.